Good morning and welcome to day 30 of January Yoga Bites. The practices will stay up after the end of the month, so please feel free to go back to them anytime you wish. Please also, if you'd like, subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can catch any others that come up. And there is the option to sign up on the website to the mailing list, which doesn't get full of spam, but will let you know if anything's coming up that's new. When you sign up on the website, you are also able to join the private Facebook group if you wish, and there is a link on the website to that. So just start today by arriving in this space and tuning into how you feel. Notice your breath. Notice your body. And I invite you to come and lie down on the mat. Stretching out your legs, arms down by your sides, just sinking into this space. Scan the body from the feet, up the legs, through the hips and belly, through the chest, down the arms to the hands, up the back, through the neck and head. Just noticing how you feel today. Being aware of any areas of tension or discomfort, any areas that may need some extra attention from you. And then on the next inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. And take the shoulders over to the right and the heels over to the right. Maybe taking hold of the left wrist, coming into our side stretch. And breathe. Notice sensations at the left side of the body. And then walk the heels and the shoulders to the left, maybe taking hold of the right wrist. Noticing the stretch and increase in sensations at the right side. And breathe. Come back to center and take the hands up to the sky, circling at the wrists. Bend and stretch at the elbows, and even circle at the shoulders. Bring the knees into the chest and take the feet up to the ceiling and circle at the ankles. Change direction. And then drop the feet and circle at the hips with your hands on your knees, allowing the circles to be drawn by the knees, but warming through the hip joint, and change direction. Just come to rest and notice in Apanasana as you inhale, the knees move away, and as you exhale, the knees move back in. Just have a little rock side to side. Take our reclined pigeon, so left foot flat to the mat, flex the right foot, right ankle to left knee, coming into that gentle reclined pigeon. And instead of lifting it up and bringing it into the body, just let both legs drop over to the left side so the right foot comes down to the ground. Stretch out the arms and take your gaze to the right for a twist variation. Notice how one hip feels compared to the other. Bring the arms back in, bring the legs back to center, release the right leg and flex the left foot, left ankle to right knee. Notice. And then allow both legs to drop to the right side, taking the arms out again and the gaze to the left. And breathe. Bring the hands back to center, bring the legs back to center, and bring the knees into the chest and just move around a little how your body needs. Take the hands under the knees and either push up or rock through seated straight to tabletop, 4-point kneeling pose. In our tabletop, inhale forward slightly Exhale, round, down and back to your child's pose. Inhale, come up. Exhale, round, down and back to child's pose. Inhale, come up. Exhale, round, down and back to child's pose. And just pause here, maybe coming up onto the fingertips, feeling that increase in stretch. And breathe. Come back up to tabletop and we just take some gentle cat-cow. So tilt the pelvis, drop the belly, lift through the chest. Tilt the pelvis round through the spine, chin to chest. Just a couple of those at your speed. Warming through the joints around the vertebra. Make the next cow your last. And then as you come into cat, push back through to child's pose. Inhale forwards and come straight down onto the belly. Taking the hands to the edge of the mat for a wide-armed cobra. Inhale and lift through the chest. Exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. One more. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Take the hands under the shoulders. Push back through table to your child's pose. And breathe. Come forward again, down onto the belly. And this time we'll take a sphinx. So, shoulders over your elbows, arms are out parallel. Don't sink or drop into your sphinx, but inhale and lift through the chest. Exhale and soften. Inhale and lift. Exhale and soften. One more. Inhale and lift. Exhale and release the arms. And just pause. Turn the feet out. Take the hands one on top of the other under the forehead in Makarasana, crocodile. And breathe. Release the feet back so that the tops of the feet are down on the mat. Release the hands, coming under the shoulders and push back to tabletop. From here, tuck the toes under, hover the knees, send the sit bones back and up, coming into your downward facing dog. Pedal the feet a little, one then the other, and just be aware of those sensations through the legs and hip and find a stationary dog. And breathe. Take the right foot to the sky and step it through towards the front of the mat, dropping the left heel. Keep the right knee bent and then windmill the arms up, coming into Warrior Two. And take a hug and release your warrior and sweep out. Warrior Two. Checking the position of your knee, make sure it's not dropping in or out. Take another hug. Come back. Warrior Two. One more. Take a hug. And Warrior Two. Drop the back arm. Turn the front palm and reverse your warrior. Release back. Warrior Two. Drop, turn, reverse. Come back. Warrior Two. Drop, turn and reverse. Stay in your reverse warrior for a few breaths. Noticing any sensations. And release. Come back. Warrior Two. Turn the body through 45 degrees. Take the hands behind, interlace the fingers and lift through the chest. And hinge at the hips, humbling your warrior. And breathe. Release, keeping the knee bent, rising back up. Warrior Two. Windmill the arms back down so the hands frame that front foot. Step the right leg back to join the left and come into a plank. Drop the knees, shift forwards and lower down to your belly. And breathe. Keep the hands under the shoulders and take another cobra. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. This time take the hands behind you, fingertips pointing in the same direction as the toes. As you inhale, lift the hands off the mat and lift the feet, coming into a locust variation. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. One more. Inhale and lift. Exhale and release. Hands under the shoulders. Push back. We're going to repeat that on the other side, so I'm turning round. Tuck the toes, hover the knees, send the sit bones back and up to downward facing dog. This time step the right foot through, dropping the left foot, and windmill the arms up, coming into warrior two, opposite side. Release and take a hug. And warrior two. Check your foot position, check your knees. Release. Warrior two. One more. Take a hug. Warrior two. Drop, turn, reverse. Release back. Warrior two. Drop, turn, reverse. Release back. Warrior two. Last one. Drop, turn, reverse. Have a wobble, that's okay. And breathe. And come back. Warrior two. Turn through 45 degrees. Hands behind. Interlace. Lift through the chest and hinge into your humble warrior. Release and come back up. Warrior two. Windmill the arms back down to the mat. Step that right foot back to join the left, coming into a plank. Drop the knees, shift forwards and lower to the mat. This time take the hands behind, interlace and lift through the chest. Inhale and lift the legs. Exhale and soften. Inhale and lift. Exhale and soften. One more. Inhale and lift. Exhale and release. Hands under the shoulders. Push all the way back to your child's pose. And breathe. Come back up through tabletop. Take the hands forward a little. Tuck the toes. Sit bones back and up. Downward facing dog. Then walk the toes to the hands. Hands to the toes. Generously bend the knees. Lengthen through the spine and rise up to Utkatasana, chair pose. And breathe. And release. Turn to the front of the mat, have a little shimmy, have a little shake, and just notice how you feel. From here, we're going to take a wide-legged forward fold. So take the feet wide, toes are pointing forward, hips are parallel. Soften the knees, hinge at the hips, release the hands down to the mat. Maybe bend and stretch side to side. And inhale and lengthen, coming into a long spine. Exhale and lower. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and lower. If you wish, you can take the hands behind and interlace, lifting the arms. And breathe. Then release the hands down to the mat and come back to tabletop. We're going to take a pigeon here. So right knee behind the right wrist, left knee goes back as far as is right for you. The right foot can come across the mat only as far as is right for you, and be careful not to hurt that knee. It's better to keep the foot further down the mat. You don't want any point of pain. Then lift through the chest. If your right hip is hanging in midair, put a cushion under it. And then fold down into your sleepy pigeon. And breathe. Notice any shifts in sensation in your body. Notice any shifts in your breath. To release, just roll onto that right hip and come back to tabletop. And we'll do that on the other side. So left knee to behind the left wrist, the left foot just where it's right for you. If you do bring it across the mat, be sure to flex the foot. Take the right knee as far back as you wish. If you're hovering in midair, put a cushion or a blanket under it. Lift through the chest. And then fold into your sleepy, snoozy pigeon. And breathe. To release, simply roll onto that hip and take the legs out in front and roll down to the mat, bringing the knees into the chest. Have a little rock. We'll take a dynamic bridge, so feet flat on the mat as close to your hips, your sit bones as you can. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over as you lift the hips. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, take the arms back down, but leave the hips up. Maybe take the shoulder blades together. Maybe interlace the hands. And breathe. Slowly release. Bring the knees into the chest and rock side to side. We'll have another twist, pulling the cat's tail. So stretch the left leg out, right foot to left knee, left hand to right knee, and encourage that right knee over. Bend the left knee and take hold of the left foot with the right hand. Take your gaze over your right shoulder if you wish. Tangle twist, I like to call it, because I can't tell what's left and right anymore. And breathe. Release. Bring the knees back into the chest and have a little rock. And we'll take it to the other side. So stretch out the legs. Right leg stretched out. Left foot to right knee. Right hand to left knee. Encourage that left knee over. Bend the right leg and take hold of the right foot with the left hand. And the gaze over that left shoulder. And breathe. Release arms and legs. Reposition yourself. Knees back into the chest and rock side to side. And then simply stretch out your legs for a guided Shavasana. Find yourself a comfortable position, either seated or lying down. Notice your breath. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. As you breathe, notice that at the top of the inhale there's a slight pause, and at the end of the exhale there's stillness. Now take your attention to your body. Notice how the earth supports your body. Allow your attention to move down the right arm to the right hand. Notice your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and your little finger. Notice the palm of your right hand and the back of your right hand. Be aware of the whole of your right hand. Allow your attention to shift a little higher to the right wrist. Then the right forearm, the right elbow, the right upper arm, and the right shoulder. Notice the whole of the right arm and where it connects to the earth. Now allow your attention to move across the body to the left arm. Trace down the left arm to the hand. Notice the left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger and little finger. Notice the palm of the left hand and the back of the left hand. Be aware of the whole of the left hand. Allow your attention to shift a little higher to the left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and the left shoulder. Notice the whole of the left arm and where it has contact with the earth. Support it. Be aware of both of your arms. Notice how they're resting, relaxed. Allow your attention to shift down the body to the right leg, all the way down to the toes. Notice the right big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe and the little toe. Notice all of the toes on the right foot. Notice the top of the right foot and the sole of the right foot. Allow your attention to shift a little higher to the right ankle, the right lower leg, the right knee, the right thigh, up to the right hip. Notice the whole of the right leg and how it's supported by the earth. Now shift your attention over to the left leg, all the way down to the toes. Notice the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe and little toe. Notice all of the toes on the left foot. Notice the top of the left foot and the sole of the left foot. And allow your attention to shift a little higher to the left ankle. Notice the left lower leg, the knee, the thigh and the hip. Notice the whole of the left leg and how it's supported by the earth. Be aware of both of your legs. Now shift your attention to the abdomen. Notice it rise and fall with the breath. Notice the chest. See also how it rises, falls with the breath. Notice the back and the full length of the spine, sinking into the earth and supported by the earth. Take your attention higher to the neck and to the muscles of the face, to the eyes, the nose, the mouth and the ears. Notice the whole of your face and all of your head, resting on the earth and supported by the earth. Notice your whole body relaxed, supported, safe. Allow yourself to sink into the earth for just a little longer. Now bring your attention back to the breath. With each inhale, energy comes into the body, and with each exhale, tension disappears. Start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Bringing movements back to the body, ready for your day. As you are ready, pull the knees into the chest and just rock side to side. Gently rock or push up to a seated position, back to where we began. Notice how you feel. Notice your breath. Notice your body. And enjoy your day. See you soon.